between each other in team fights because you lasso them into the tombstone, which makes it really difficult to fight. And the napalm plus the tombstone slow is actually really strong in team fights as well. So these two heroes together is a really good combination, something that you don't see too much.
Yeah, Stark don't really have the best ways to counter-initiate that lasso either. You can try and curse the Batrider if you're quick, but generally you're going to need a Blink Dagger to even have a shot at that. No IO as of yet, no Disruptor. Ember the hero to get the ban here by Alliance. Now, of course, it is worth mentioning Bulldog's beloved Nature's Prophet.
10 seconds
still in the pool. Is this a Prophet game, Winter?
5 seconds
Prophet plus Undying, and then it's like good synergy between the two heroes for pushing towers and taking fights. So Batrider gets a pick off, and then you transition into a tower push. So I could see that working for them.
Third pick now, Alliance. Taking their time with this one. This will set the tempo for the rest of the draft, I imagine. They haven't gone too greedy with these first two picks. There's room for some heavy farmers. They opt for a gyro.
This is very good. They're just basically building their lineup for the lasso. You lasso someone in, you have the tombstone and the call down. These three heroes together has very good synergy, mainly with the lasso. So you are just built into dragging one guy in and you're preventing from the rest of their teammates to actually save that hero. So I think some support like a bench or something to actually, a defensive support is actually necessary for the Batrider right now for start. They have the Wyvern, but it's not very good versus defending against the lasso. Because Winter's Curse is not reliable all the time, and Cold Embrace doesn't really help when he's trapped in the Firefly.
I suppose they may have one support left here, but the IO's banned, so the main option is...
Do you know if
just Disruptor, really.
Oh, okay. There we go. We have to press the attack to actually deal with the lasso.
That's not bad.
Yep.
At the same time, Legion... to me, as a hero, you can't just pick her for press the attack. You have to do something else. The Rat King comes out now.
They have a very strong... They're just basically building their lineup with the lasso.
Yeah.
One lasso pick off. If a team fight, you want to push. So all their heroes are built to do that. Take a team fight, get a pick off, get a tower, just keep pushing. Whereas Stark right now, they have very mixed type of... their heroes are very... utility doesn't really do too much like AoE damage. They have good single target pickoff. There's some AoE with overwhelming the odds plus the splinter bars plus the shards, but not really good team fight in between the three heroes. And I think I mentioned before, the Wyvern ultimate plus duel doesn't really...
It's not good synergy.
Yeah, not good synergy together because it...
They don't have any damage either. Like you have duel now. You want that Laguna Blade, Mystic Flare, Lion Finger of Death, some kind of burst damage here to help secure dual kills.
They definitely need burst damage right now from their heroes. I'm not sure how they would run the Legion. Maybe more or less off lane with...
Maybe a mid Lina, although against the Batrider, they're gonna go AA, but still not really burst damage.
Still damage with the Ice Blast, and they are building into more team fight composition with the A. It's generally how you deal with early push lineup.
This is like the Arctic squad here. You got 3 ice heroes, and then you've got the Legion who's all suited up to fight in the cold.
Batrider melts them all.
He will burn them all, turn them into nothing but water.
Yeah. And then you have to actually freeze them again with the Cold Embrace.
So Alliance now. Looks like they'll need another support here, most likely. Once in a blue moon, we do see that Ake support Gyrocopter, but when you've already got an Undying, then a Prophet, doesn't seem like this will be the game where they do it. Alliance will ban out the 5th and final selection. Stark still, I guess at this point, looking for their mid hero with a likely safe lane Legion and off lane Tusk.
I'm thinking whether they will actually do Undying plus Prophet to pressure on off lane, and then just do some dual lane with the Gyro. A good support that can actually kill the lane. Very good lane kill potential with Rocket Barrage. But we really don't see Rubik that often anyway. Rubik plus Gyro is usually the best combination, lift into Rocket Barrage to actually kill the lane.
Taking their time with this last ban. No disconnects, just using every little drop that they have.
Bane, maybe? Bane can actually... You can actually defend your teammates against...
Oh, you're saying for what Alliance wants? Yeah. They definitely want to support with Lockdown for me. Bane seems like a
You can use Nightmare for the duel. So I think he has offensive plus defensive capabilities for their lineup, so it could work for them.
How about for Stark? I mean, to me, they need like a heavy damage dealing mid, so... Huh, they're gonna ban Wraith King. I mean, who's going mid at that? Is it a solo mid AA? I guess we saw a little fake solo mid AA from Secret where they swapped at the
Legion-
last second.
Legion safe lane, Legion mid.
Well, I'm thinking it's Legion mid and Tusk off lane, but then you don't ban the Wraith King, presumably. Alliance obviously expects something different here from Stark.
I'm not very sure how they're gonna lane.
I was figuring, probably like
Tusk.
well, TA is gonna struggle against Batrider. Shadow
Yeah.
Fiend's banned.
I think Legion safe lane, then Tusk off lane, then they pick a mid hero.
Yeah,
Probably.
which makes the Wraith King ban very curious from Alliance.
Maybe they think the Legion is actually mid.
I think
10
they think the
seconds
AA was
remaining.
better or something.
Serious?
Oh, you're gonna have a safe
5
lane
seconds
farming ancient
remaining.
apparition? I mean, I don't know. Then your mid lane's just
No,
so
they're,
weak.
They're probably gonna do Legion safe lane
Reserve time.
plus lane, AA plus violence support. And
Right.
they
So
pick
why
up-
ban Wraith King? You really like Legion mid is. When's the last time you've seen a Legion mid? Actually, I don't think I've seen that in like over a year.
This is just
Dire
push
team
and
pick.
push and push and push and push.
And
nonstop.
rat and rat and rat and rat.
Nah, he's not gonna rat this game. He's
Oh,
gonna
he's
just
gonna. You know he loves to rat.
Dude, he has Undying and Jakiro.
Bulldog would rather draw out a game for 50 minutes to win via rat than he
Nah.
would win in 20 minutes with no rat.
He's not gonna rat this game. He doesn't need to rat this
He
game.
doesn't need to. I agree
Yeah.
with you there.
Stark probably, if they want team fight,
10
it's
seconds remaining.
a mid hero with team fight.
Who is that? I mean,
5
heroes that
seconds
come to
remaining.
mind that are popular in mid TA, terrible against Batrider and Gyro and Jakiro.
I
So
feel
not
terrible.
TA.
Terrible is gonna sorry, not TA is gonna struggle this game.
Lena could also struggle against some early pressure.
Lena could be nice though because they need the instant burst with the duel.
Leshrac, pretty squishy. They do need burst with the duel.
I actually like Zeus or Puck.
Zeus. Zeus AA? Oh god, it's so squishy though.
What can they do? They have Tusk and Legion as their frontliners with Core Embrace.
Yeah, they definitely need like a ranged damage
They need a
dealer.
heavy damage hero. That goes mid.
It's, all the good ones are banned or just not very
I mean-
strong in the lanes here, and they're gonna say, screw you guys, you have no idea what you're talking about. We're going PA. So I guess the Wraith King ban makes sense. Alliance knows they're Stark. Stark did not want that more typical mid damage dealer.
Nemphis is the mid player, so Legion is going mid.
It is Legion mid.
So they have safe lane PA. Legion against Bat. So you can press the attack and remove the napalm.
The napalm and the help avoid the fire damage, but you're not really stopping the bat farm without help.
I actually think that Legion might actually be able to have a good amount of last hit in the first few waves because you should have much more base damage than the Batrider. And probably you start with an early wand, possibly,
Yeah,
So
you actually want to upgrade the wand
10
as well for
seconds remaining.
the extra charges.
so you can actually keep spamming your spell.
At the
Oh,
same
5
time, though,
seconds
like
remaining.
Bat's gonna definitely flash farm faster in the jungle. He'll have stacks. And he's gonna get a faster blink dagger, almost certainly, unless they gank the lane.
Yeah, I think that they actually would just go pressure, get level 7 on Jakiro, level 7 on Undying,
Prepare
push and
for
take all the towers.
battle.
That is their primary goal. Get experience on the dual supports, the Jakiro plus the Undying. I don't think they really need to gank too much this lane. Everyone just stays in their lane, concentrate on actually getting experience and getting gold on each character of their team, and group up and push once everyone hits the crucial point.
So Alliance do go for the early teleport top. Was scouted here by OKCia, has the sentry wards available. If he gets the first D ward right, hanging on to those wards for now. Justake, dropping wards. I think it was in vision of the Dire. Yeah, indeed it was. OKCia says, "Get out of my woods, leave me alone." And now Trixie makes his way down bottom. Did not TP for this. Already a Bulldog Treant doing a bit of scouting here. Gone for the boots first build. We're gonna see a lane ward
30
from
seconds
Nuts.
to battle.
It may have been scouted by Trixie, as he does ping it out almost immediately.
Yeah, possibly, but it goes for the boots first against the PA. I think it's just to have actually more movement speed because you're going to get constantly chased down by the PA. So he just wants to make sure that he's able to survive in that lane. So
No ooh for Boogie.
he can actually easily get it.
Yeah.
Easily get it later if
That's
he
true.
wants to.
That I feel like most of the PAs I've seen lately though have been abusing that dagger orb of venom combo.
Envy didn't actually get it.
Really?
His finals game
Okay.
yesterday.
I was actually out. Didn't get to watch the whole match, unfortunately.
Yeah, you were slacking off. What's new?
Slacking off. I was working.
King of
Slacking off is just reclining and watching Dota 24/7. That's your life.
Yeah, right. I'm slacking off in the studio.
I solemnly swear that I was up to good.
And I'm the one up to no good.
By extension, yes. Mark will be harassed here a bit by the trance. Looks like Bulldog wants to do a smidge of pulling early on. Drag the wave back. Valek's not going to like this. And because they blocked this camp, no chance of disrupting these shenanigans. Now Bulldog winding the trees around. Well, drag the full wave back. Valek's still in pursuit here, but not able to kill these treants off fast enough. Now Bulldog with a nice micro skill swaps the one tanking the creep wave and the wyvern. He will get his early levels.
I think this game he's gonna focus on disrupting.
In fact, he's just gonna start poking at Valek, who's gonna take some heavy damage here.
He's gonna burn out of the trees. Oh, he took so much damage.
No full catch here, but heavy harass.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Very good early play
from Bulldog. I was surprised that he didn't try the Arctic burn out of the cliff, so he actually doesn't take that much damage from the two heroes. But I think this game they are actually gonna focus more on disrupting the supports, getting levels, because A and Wyvern are supports that really need levels. So the Prophet can actually do a lot of pull to make sure that they don't actually get levels as usual on the two supports. I think this is important for the Prophet to do this game.
Meanwhile, bottom, Nuts going for the double pull through here, and will hit level 2 before Trixie does. Wants to get aggressive, is taking no points in Liquid Fire, a bit unusual for Jakiro. Is going to skill up both nukes now, continues to harass Trixie, trying to force him back. I think Trixie should be able to get away fairly easily, but over to the mid lane, where Nemphy doing quite well here early on in the 1v1, has the 10 stick charges. But now comes the fun part. He does purge off all of the napalm. S4 just wanting to farm the wave, might be punished for this by Nemphy going in. Needs 2 more auto attacks, but the napalm's now coming into play again and try to turn runaway a bit slowly.
He took so much damage.
For playing with fire though, quite literally.
But the thing is, like I mentioned, so Legion had more base damage than Bat, so he actually able to get more last hit at the start.
But going on Ake, has the stick charges, would just have the mana for a tombstone, I believe, if he pops the stick, but not doing it just yet.
He's gonna decay.
Decays once more. No, doesn't want to tomb.
He got slowed by the Splinter Blast.
Okay, see ya. So close to going down. 40 health. Ake also dangerously low. Another decay coming out of Boogie. Measly 108 HP. Very reluctant to go in any deeper.
Yeah, the boots almost paid off there for Bulldog. If he was able to actually get the last hit on the Ancient Apparition there.
So it looks like S4 will be showing off his own micro skills, Winter. He's going to go for the double stack. 2 illusion runes.
You never know if he's the one doing it or the supports.
Maybe it's the supports. That looks like he should get both.
Yep, well played. So...
even if Bat slightly falls behind in the lane, this is the advantage he always has over the Legion.
You don't need to win your lane as Bat.
Just need to not feed.
You just need to make sure that you get your stacks going, you get your levels from the lane, and you farm and you get your blink. That's all you need to do. You don't need to win your lane. Because sometimes we see players trying too hard to win their lanes and they actually dive and they die and they hurt themselves by slowing down the blink dagger timing. So I think as a bad player right now, you should always just focus.
Oh, they are TPing on the mid lane. Ake jumps right in.
There's no way they can kill the Legion.
That was an odd TP.
He just wants
S4 was full health.
No, refill the bottle. He just wants to refill.
So. Yeah, S4 had already popped the illusion rune and may go to the jungle now as he hits level 5. So that makes more sense. They also want him to take over the lane.
And Undying, I mentioned Undying plus Jakiro. You just want to get level 7 on these 2 supports and you keep pushing and you keep grouping up after that.
So Dong now sneaking through the river looking for a delicious rune. Only level 2, but Trixie not too healthy either.
Wow.
Level 3 on him. It's a haste rune.
He snagged that rune away from S4. How dare you?
Very important though is Tusk for the haste rune could do bad things. In fact, Bulldog going in here, shards won't connect. Doesn't want to fully dive that Tusk. First blood yet, Winter. 4 minutes in. A lot of early movement.
Yeah, this is still very favorable for Alliance because their lineup, they don't really want to get kills early. They just want to make sure that they focus on getting levels. So I think it's really good for Alliance what's happening now. They're getting a lot of levels on both of their supports and a lot of jungle stacks for
They get the duel off mid lane. Can they finish off Ake in time? Doesn't look like it, but may be able to kill him anyway. Heals himself up, getting ready to drop the tombstone. He doesn't get it off in time, and Nemphy will survive, presses through, and gets the first blood.
Didn't get the damage though.
Did not get the duel win, but kill's a kill.
Yeah, a kill is a kill. Can't really say so much about that. It was still a first blood kill, a lot of gold going to the Legion. I'll be curious to see what does the Legion go this game. Does he go for early blink or does he go for Shadow Blade to pick up the
I think this is the best start on a Legion I've seen in like a year and a half.
he gets a good lane. Everyone gets a good start against Bat Rider in middle lane. Because
Yeah.
Bat Rider can't beat anyone.
Legion in particular seems very well equipped with the press the attack, so there's like 0 kill potential for a Bat Rider. She makes some really bad mistakes.
Yeah. I agree. It's just very hard. Even if you get level 6 with Lasso, it's still very hard to kill the Legion.
But what does S4 care? He's stacking the jungle. He's the leader in net worth, even after his enemy in the mid lane gets the first blood and ties him in CS.
He has to tank that Illusion Rune.
It was very fortuitous, actually, because those supports were a bit occupied. They had one mid, one trying to zone the Tusk bottom. They did not have the freedom to go stack with the supports.
Yeah, so right now they are getting more levels, I think, overall. A and Y1 is actually level 3 compared to Arcade is level 4.5, Jakiro is level 4, so their supports are much higher level. But if you look at Bulldog is just barely hitting level 3 and the Tusk is actually slightly ahead of, almost 1 level ahead of the Prophet.
They do see Ake mid lane, fairly tanky and inconsequential support, potentially. Nempi gonna reveal himself and now jumps in. S4 has the Firefly, try to bait this a bit, but he's gonna get caught by the duel, even through the Firefly. Splinter Blast should be enough to bring him down. S4 could have gotten away, tried to get cute. Duking back and forth and will pay with his life.
That was a very key kill. It was very near to his blink dagger. He would have gotten the blink with another stack of the jungle, so Bulldog's probably gonna stack this camp once more. And when S4 revives, he's gonna come and do this camp.
I think S4 just did not respect the Legion's move speed there.
Yeah, and I think they actually saw the ward being placed as well, so they knew, because
well, the smoke also broke, and Legion was just kind of standing here for a second as he started to run in.
Yeah.
So they definitely had time to back
the
away.
Thing is the ward here, which the Wyvern actually placed earlier, Alliance actually had a ward to actually scout that movement from the Wyvern, so they actually knew there was vision as well. So it was kind of surprising that that gang actually happened. Maybe he was trying to bait a little too hard. He wanted to probably get the lasso first on the Legion. But right now...
Empty with the quick draw. Now level 8 on the back of that.
Yeah, but Bat Rider has his double stack here and he should be able to get his blink in the next minute. He needs to do one more stack on the cam on the right, then he should be able to get his blink. One more stack.
And what will they do with the blink is the question for me. You have call down ready, so a lot of damage from Loda. The Prophet ult nowhere near coming into play.
I think you gank probably the off lane and then you take the tower with the Prophet TPing in to summon his treants.
Seems like Balix may be expecting that though. He's already snuck down bottom. Got a ward as well.
Yep. S4 uses his flame break to stack the camp and controls the bottom.
They saw him run towards the ruin.
He has his blink now. He just needs to clear this camp. If he didn't die there, he would have had his blink now, but it still didn't really slow him down by a big margin, so he's still gonna get his blink with a smoke, and he has a TP scroll.
I think the best S4 bat I've seen on this patch winter was like a 6-minute blink when he got a first blood and got all his stacks as well.
And when you get the bounty runes everywhere.
Blink is now online, the cooldown comes through, trying to punish Trixie for going for the tower deny. Not gonna happen. Ice Path barely clipping Malix, but it's a very low level Ice Path. Not enough to set up for an additional kill.
Do they have a smoke? Anyone?
Smoke not available on a single hero. It looks like Trixie now trapped inside the trees as the bars punch snowball. They're gonna jump in with that sport, looking for the flame break backwards. Does start to immolate the Tusk.
That was a really good,
but not enough follow-up.
Really good play from Balix. That he managed to slow down S4, so S4 couldn't actually jump forward to actually get the lasso off. So that was really important for him to keep Trixie alive there. So they see the blink, and the blink didn't actually get a kill when they actually just see it for the first time. So that alone is actually a victory for Stark. They lost the tower, but everyone is still farming very well on their side, especially the PA.
Yeah, PA in terms of CS dead even with these cores slightly behind in net worth due to the tower going down, but Alliance...
they need to push soon because A is going to have his level 6 and it will be very difficult when A has level 6.
Oh, they are trying to push. The TP comes in top lane, S4 getting off the lasso right away. Boogie just gonna sacrifice OKC. Says OKC as he forfeits his Ancient Apparition. They even TP in the Gyrocopter top lane.
They kind of expected Alliance to go more aggressive in the bottom lane to push the tower. Didn't expect him to TP top like that. But at the end of the day, the A was still minimal casualty, you know. He didn't lose your carry, so As Stark, you're actually fine with that.
I still don't mind that play from Alliance, because they were going to get pretty under-leveled if they stuck around bottom too much
top
longer.
lane, S4, he's gonna get dueled in the river.
S4, another death for him, the duel comes through. Meanwhile, Balix was getting aggressive in the Radiant jungle,
This
but...
has to be the most successful Legion game we've seen in the past.
I think for at least a year, from what
he's
I've
gonna
seen.
get his bling now, I guess.
At least for the early laning stage. Like, I've seen Legions have amazing comeback games, but not very often that they have a hot start. They group up mid lane, Nemphy out in front, they have a ward, they've seen quite a few heroes. He's still caught here. Nemphy definitely saw at least one of these heroes with that ward. Calldown comes through just in the nick of time, he'll make it out. Trixie was there to try and bail him. Parm if needed, but was not needed. So they dodge a bullet, the calldown committed, they still get the back kill, and they walk away. The hero ward saving the day.
So now, first bling from Nemphy, is it going to be ending the same way as S4 feeling, or is it going to pay off? They have a smoke on the Wyvern now, so they're going to make a move after they collect.
And they have Ice Blast Winter, very important here. Level 6 on OKC.
Ideally, the biggest target you want to kill is probably Loda at this point. You want to be able to slow down his item progression. But even if you get any other heroes, I think it's okay for them because everyone is really important. They want to group up as 5 to push your towers. So
these wards have just been so good for Stark though. They see 3 Alliance heroes, then they see Loda bottom.
I thought they saw this ward being placed by the Wyvern. Huh, maybe they didn't actually see it. So we're gonna see a kill on the Jakiro.
Duel number 3 that's gonna go their way. It looks like Nemphy up to 30 plus damage. Trixie does get caught in the Sprout, now the chase goes the other way. S4 has a lasso available, not yet committing it. Winter's Curse just a bit short of it, and they hang on to the lasso, trying to maybe get 2 kills here, but quickly surging in as Nemphy almost clean off S4. It looks like he will do so. The Splinter Blast enough to secure the kill. That Alex is level 6, has a mango. They're gonna roll in again. They've got the ultimate ready. Nemphy just jumping forward, going hard in the paint onto Ake. Stark slicing and dicing as they begin to chop up Alliance. That's a triple for the solo mid Legion, and well, 2,000 net worth going Stark's way with the overall gold swing.
I think they
big turn of events for them.
They expected Loda to be at the fight sooner, though. He was really late to the fight to drop his. He probably would have been able to turn the fight with the cooldown.
While the action's breaking out, one of our cats is just dancing on the computer. Perhaps a bit of a Stark fan. Now Nemphy jumping in again. That's duel number 4-1 for him. And he might make it up. The tower brings him down. It does what the Alliance heroes aren't capable of completing. But they may pay for this. Boogie's leaped in a bit too deep. Loda's gonna live for now, and it looks like he will also survive. Ice Blast going down for 18, but OKC is healing up. He might have a shot at this. It's gonna be close. Mana now. Let's see if Loda gets caught. He's waiting for the Ice Blast.
Trixie is in trouble, though. He's probably gonna go down.
Yep. See down. Loda's just like, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Loda, you're never safe, buddy. Actually, I think it's too late. Should be okay.
Oh, that was a very heavy. Like they gave away too much, though. I think for that tower, and they tried to kill. The dive towards Loda was also really dangerous there. They gave up so much experience and go towards the Alliance side. Now Undying's level 8. Hero is gonna hit level 7 soon, and the timing for Alliance to group up and push is gonna come. Bulldog is even going to go for, I think in this game, a Necrobook. It's synergized very well with their lineup. They want to push as 5. Ake should be the one going for the mech. You don't really see Prophet going for mech anymore nowadays, so I think they're gonna get mech on Ake and Necrobook on Prophet. Just keep pushing after that. And Jakiro would obviously go for the use.
Alliance will smoke now. Necrobook not yet complete, and the Dire Vision has begun to expire. Could be a really nice timing window for them while Stark is in the dark. Make their move. S4 in front.
He has wards on the back.
Bunting.
He has wards.
Boogie is in a lot of danger here. This is a big takedown. They get the ward down. They're going to jump with the lasso and a rocket barrage follow-up. Boogie stands no chance against that onslaught of nuke damage. Ice Blast comes through, and with the shards.
Oh, he missed.
Actually won't clip anyone. They would have engaged with the Winter's Curse.
They would have killed everyone if the Ice Blast hit.
They could have gotten a duel off, a Winter's Curse off, and then potentially the triple kill that you're mentioning there, Winter, but instead they get nothing.
That was just slightly off the mark from OKC there, so that was crucial. They would have been able to win the fight, but at the end of the day right now, they still have their tower. They defended their tower. They lost, obviously losing the PA is not really good for them. But they just need to drag this game long enough for the PA and the
Oh
Legion.
dear. Yeah, Nemphy going ridiculously aggressive. He does get trapped. He Quelling Blades is out. He could even, honestly, he could maybe go back in onto Bulldog, but there's more backup coming. Lotus here. He's going to commit for this. He wants that duel. Give me that damage. Nemphy, he's got the mana now. He commits. He slices him up, and Nemphy may live to tell the tale. Call down already expended. Trixie in quite far, but he drops the sigil. Will sprint away with those phase boots. The super burst of movement speed.
Ice Blast?
Also, Ice Blast hitting us for preventing his Blink Dagger from coming into play and allowing the entirety of Stark to get away with literally murder as they execute Bulldog in front of his family and friends.
Come on, you
He
say,
dies in the trees. They hold his funeral, and Alliance unable to retaliate.
you say the entire Stark lineup, but it's more like Nemphy getting away with murder alone.
They're just prancing all over Alliance.
Yeah, just his place, but the main mastermind was the Legion.
They may make their move on Bulldog
Is he gonna
next.
go down again?
There's a duel in 10 seconds, 58 damage on Nemphy and counting. Almost want to hang on and not kill him until you can get it off. 3 seconds. Duel, almost ready. They're gonna curse just to ensure that they get this one. And now Bulldog is shredded as well. 72 damage at 16 minutes.
That's like Desolator
This
damage.
guy is closing in on an Abyssal Blade's worth of damage as they will try for the counterplay here. Valak's not quite pulled up on the cliff, though he is taking a lot of nuke damage, but Snowball, he gets rolled in. Commitment on the S for another takedown, but the Tombstone may punish all. Zombies are mad, and zombies are marching, chasing after Boogie, Trixie as well, but no backup. So it seems a futile Tombstone in the end.
I don't think Valak's actually appreciated that snowball.
No, he did not.
He would have been fine.
He might have died in the burn
No,
damage
he
anyway.
got pressed the attack and he could have.
Oh, I didn't see that,
he
yeah.
could have got
Then he could just walk away.
the cold embrace on himself if actually things get too nasty for him. So I think he would have probably survived.
Anytime you die, you're not appreciating it, but... Well, in the end, still, Stark in excellent position here.
Unless you're saving a carry if you die.
And Winter, the big worry is, what do they do when Nemphy goes in with a Blink duel with a BKB? There's only a lasso to counter it, I guess.
Ice Puff would be nice, I think.
Yeah, but once he gets the BKB, there's no stopping this rampaging Legion commander.
Actually, let me ask you a question. If you duel and proper cast a Sprout onto his teammate,
Yeah, I guess you can't use your Quelling Blade while you're dueled.
and what happens?
So you just run around trying to get a range to fight, right?
I haven't seen that happening ever.
I'm guessing, because normally, like, if someone gets, like, glimpsed back, they'll just run back at the hero to try and fight them again. So I imagine it would work the same way with the Sprout, where they just keep on trying to run at them and, like, freak out on the periphery of it, but... Hey, Bulldog has delivered on those next level plays, so who's to say he couldn't do it here?
So Alliance just needs to make sure that they group up. Oh my god, I talked about him having Desolator damage, now he really has Desolator. Shit.
Yeah, with a DD rune as well. This guy is filthy.
Radiant's bottom
They're gonna
tower
need this
is under
Dagon to
attack.
take him down. By the way,
Wow, Dagon? Serious?
I think they just want to be able to burst the Legion. And hey, it's nuke damage against the PA, but PA might be going BKB next.
Dagon against the AA though. AA would be an easy pickoff for the Prophet all the time. Oh, that's really surprising going for the Dagon. Maybe he actually
It's
feel
quite
that...
late too, 18 minutes. This is not like you're like Prophet owning at 8 to 10 minutes, has like a first blood in a tower.
Yeah, but does he actually really think that his team lacks a lot of damage? That's why he is going for... Like, what is the purpose of the Dagon here?
I see doing damage that the PA can't evade and bursting the Legion commander
Is he
during
gonna
duels.
max the Dagon this game so that he can actually pick off the Wyvern and the A all the time?
Maybe.
Because I've actually seen him do that. Is this
But
actually
it's so, it's his farm progression is so slow. He's 5th in net worth. Behind the enemy Tusk.
Well, we'll just see what he does this game. Maybe he just wants level 1 Dagon and he goes for his items after this.
Generally when you see Dagon, it's when a player's ahead or on certain carries that really use it well, like obviously Tinker comes to mind. You don't normally see the kind of the comeback late Dagon. If anyone knows his nature's Prophet, it would be the Bulldog, so...
Yeah.
We will not question his item selections
Never
until
question Dong.
after the fact. And we'll use our 2020 hindsight to grill him.
Yeah, we'll just save our judgment until we see how he uses it. So right now, 4 stuff on Bear Either completed, so he's going to be really useful and really strong now in team fights. We'll see how they actually use it. They need the gem on him next. if he wants to get it, he's not too far away from it. I'm not sure if he's gonna get his supports to buy it for him, because I think Arke and Jakiro needs their own items, like the use on the Jakiro is important.
Here comes the whole squad jumping in on towards S4. The cooldown's waiting. It's gonna catch Trixie as he overcommits. Boulder Brace try to save him for now, but he's really in deep with the rest of Alliance standing nearby, but they don't finish the job in time, and Nemphy jumps in. Will he win the duel? Yes, he will. A long-range dagger comes in to help secure it as Bulldog commits on him. Loses almost all his health instantly. Just do a couple auto decks. They will recommit the gyro, but blinking away. Nemphy escapes, tries to get away with murder. They have the last look, and S4 get in range. Yes, he can, just barely. Where is the backup for Nemphy? Hey, in his own little world, the Wyvern died very early on and was not able to get off a curse. So Alliance, in the end, they get 3. It cost them only a PA buyback. And they get the Aegis's as well.
Gyro
so.
buyback, you mean?
Oh, sorry, yeah, gyro buyback.
I think the reason they lost the fight because they actually went in too deep with the Tusk, and the cooldown was dropped at a position where his team couldn't actually follow him up.
It was a good bait by S4.
Middle tower has fallen.
Alliance only able to grab 1 tower off
I
of
think
this.
they didn't expect the 4 stuff as well because he just picked up the 4 stuff before that, so he was able to actually draw the fight out very, very far away from his team. So that was I think the key tide turner there in the fight. 4 stuff. So Bear Rider is up to 2k now. It's almost 2k, so we'll see whether he gets the gem or does he just go for... I think the next item that could be useful this game would probably be the use, I think. You can actually lasso and use the Legion if you see the Legion, so he can't actually save the target.
Yeah, or just use him to try and shut down the duel as much as possible.
Yeah. Or you just go... I'm not sure if you want to go BKB this game though.
Oh. These players are just like doing back and forths here. Now Stark gonna make their move. They smoke again, not scouted by the Radiant as they on a vision up the hill.
Ha, it's S4 again.
But he's also the toughest one to wrangle. They'll need a good duel here to secure that kill. Do get a ward down in the Radiant jungle, seen quite a bit. This is in front, but Stark in the end looks like nobody's gonna come their way, so they will have to press on towards mid if they want to find an opportunity here. Lobby now to random Ice Blast towards the top lane just to try and deep push, but it comes from the Radiant jungle, which should give Alliance pause that jungle is not safe.
Nowhere is safe now when you don't see anyone, but the gem is actually going to come from Stark first. I want to be able to actually secure map control for the Legion to make a lot of plays.
Alright, Winter, it is going to be a Gloves of Haste for Bulldog. Comeback Midas at 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Doesn't really feel like the Dagon was worth it.
Yeah. I don't think so too, but he
I think Bulldog's like, I probably should not have bought that. Let me try to get relevant.
trying to salvage the situation, but we hope that for his sake it's not too late. So the gem is indeed going to come from... Wow, he's actually getting his support to buy the gem for him. Poor Ake.
Ake's such a nice guy. Both in and out of the game.
You know, nice guys always finish last.
And right now he is 3rd from last. So clearly this game isn't over and has not finished yet. The say might be a lie. They got some good wards down. Ake perhaps thinking about a D-ward attempt here just to kind of see what's going on. It has settled down. Oh, there's the gem.
Instantly paying value. That was the ward that Stark actually recently placed with the last smoke attempt they actually made. So that was a good vision that they removed from Stark. So right now Stark is really afraid. They have to go back to their side of the map. Nemphy was actually trying to set up a solo pickoff at bottom lane with his Desolator plus the Ice Blast. So now without vision it's tough for him to actually do that.
Yeah, the Ancient Apparition did have a very timely Midas for Okesia, and he has been working towards the eggs.
He stole his Quelling Blade though. I'm quite surprised. I thought he would have actually kept the Quelling Blade for the Sprout.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Did they see him pick up the Invis? Maybe they did. Not sure though. But this Invis might be crucial for Nemphy to actually secure the next kill. Oh, they definitely see it now.
Yeah, 2,500 net worth on Nemphy, saving that gold up. Plus 86 damage. I am kind of feeling like a BKB is a nice item to rush this game, Winter.
Yeah, against the Jakiro, because his issue is if he goes in, gets Ice Puff and he gets
Call down,
stuck in the Firefly.
liquid
He's
fired.
gonna take a lot of damage, so I think BKB would be a good option here. But at the same time, if you feel like the game is going into a split push type of game with the Bat and the Prophet, you want to get you would consider to get maybe a Shadow Blade. Or even an AC to actually just help you with the solo kill potential against the Prophet. So we'll see what he...
Blade Mail is always an okay option, though it's kind of getting late for one
If you
at this
wanted
point.
to go for Blade Mail, you would have gone for it before the Isolator.
Yeah, I think BKB AC maybe Abyssal Blade be the build here for the Legion. Perhaps an MKB if there's evasion in the game.
I've seen some Legions go for even the Maelstrom though, if you just want to keep farming.
I feel like he's already got death though. I will see, an MP, oh boy, we're talking about his item selection, but he gets punished by a big 5-hero rotation. The turnaround may come now though, Stark gets off a really good Witcher's Curse. The combo's there, but they're lacking their biggest damage dealers. Dead for a minute. Trixie now kept alive by the Cold Embrace. Ake trying to duel him, will club him down with those big old zombie arms. Now Boogie chasing out. Maybe gets the Undying here, but likely pays the Piper for it. Shrouded denied, and it's a 5-hero wipe. They all roll in, but without the Legion's firepower.
What was going on?
They all fall down.
Why would they actually take that fight when the Legion is dead? I mean, they could have just... I understand they smoked into that, but they could have just backed off once the Legion fell. There was no reason for them to fight into that. Alliance only expanded the lasso for that, so they didn't drop their cooldown, they didn't drop anything major. Like the Prophet and the cooldown was also... Prophet Ultimate and the cooldown was still available. So Stark just went in there, 4v5. They got a good curse like you mentioned, but it was just not enough firepower.
There's still no Ags on the AA. Your PA's gone very defensive with lifesteal and BKB, so yeah, they definitely lack damage without the Legion commander.
That was double question mark. A blunder.
No all chat from you, Winter?
All chat? No.
No.
I'll leave the all chat for RTZ.
Oh, the whole North American Dota. Perhaps you leave it for unknown more than anyone. They love some good old Al chat. Uh-oh, Loda. In danger here. Honestly, I think even through the BKB.
He's going BKB on MP. Yes, Hammer. Unless he wants to go for a Maelstrom, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a good farming item if you want to prolong the game, because Mjolnir is actually really good on Legion, the static charge. But I definitely agree that BKB is very essential for him in this game.
I feel like you can just farm heroes with a BKB. Forget about creeps.
You're a creep hater.
If I was a creep hater, I'd say get the item that kills as many of them as possible. Be a Maelstrom.
Farming creeps is good.
Or Battle Fury, I guess, technically.
Yeah, Battle Fury on Doom, why not?
I just love the item in general, man. Gives you everything you need. Damage, cleave, farming potential.
I'm pretty sure you get Battle Fury on Windrunner.
That used to be a build. Stacking Battle Fury as a Wind Ranger. Medusa Battle Fury stacks as well. Maybe not a good build, but it was a build.
When there was no Lincoln Sphere, you get Battle Fury. Trixie, poor Trixie.
Now the lasso wrangling Trixie and dragging it back into the waiting arms of Nuts. Trixie just explodes. Alliance with another key grab. S4 definitely heating up now. Had a very slow start, got shut down in lane, but 5, 5, and 7. And exerting the mid-game influence that a Batrider inevitably does on the map.
It's all about the mid to late game influence that Batrider provides with the lasso. It doesn't really matter. He's not a Viper or Razor. He's not a hero that, oh crap, I lost my lane. I'm gonna be useless this game. Batrider, unfortunately, is not that type of hero.
They get the ward down now. Alliance beginning to group up for a bit of a siege. No defense in sight. The Ice Blast available.
He's saving so much gold. I guess he wants to get a BKB.
Pretty much got it after this tower, and it is dropping in a hurry. Alliance very slow to... Rather, Stark very slow to try and counter Alliance, I should say.
They're not even going to try to defend it, because when you're behind against the lasso, it's so difficult to play.
It actually was on cooldown there, though. But still the vision the back gives you, always
the vision
scary.
Plus the and you lost the last fight, so those factors alone are enough to actually dissuade you from trying to take a team fight outside of your base. And this area is actually really difficult for the defending side to engage because of the terrain purposes, the way the terrain is shaped. And right now, Alliance is going to be doing the Roche, but they're not doing it quick enough. So Stark is going to be able to react.
The Arctic Burn, Balak's into position, chucking out an Ice Blast to get a little bit of vision. It's going to hit only on Ake.
They need
The
a good
curse,
curse.
it's
Oh!
pretty good. It's on the Bulldog. 2 heroes attacking him during this time. The BKB bogey though is caught out, and now Nemphy jumps in, but it's into an ice pet, into the AoE, and Alliance start turn the fight around. A 2 for 2, but the big carry Gyrocopter in heavy fighting shape, and he moves on to Bogey, laying into him, needs a lot more crits than that to get the kill. Okay, Sia trying to fight on his own, a quick triple, trying to TP out. Looks like successfully was the Wyvern, but perhaps not so lucky. Okay, Sia finished off by S4, scurrying all over the place in this fight. We'll get the kills, forces out the double buyback. Also worth mentioning, Bulldog did buyback as well for that one, so they got 2 in the end. But as a snowball, will catch Trixie up on the high ground, he uppercuts Thor, who just flaps his way over that cliff and down to the other side. And now Nemphy's trapped with him. Remember, he just fought back. A death here again could be devastating. Duel ready in 2 seconds time, but it's not there quite yet. And now he gets caught by a nice head. It looks like it's going to be a dieback on Nemphy. He gets zapped by Bulldog, tased in a submission. It will go down. Valix re-engaging, but doesn't have much to offer his team with no curse available. Trixie throwing out the uppercut. Can he make it out? Glimmer Cape, nope. He's down as well. And now Valix getting bashed to the pit. Surrounded, pounded, and feeds away a gem to even things out as Alliance cement their advantage. 22 to 15 doesn't even begin to describe how one-sided this game has quickly gotten.
Man, they're tilting so hard though. They totally wasted the early advantage they actually amassed from the lanes after the last 2 fights. It's not even like they executed it badly though. It started on the first fight where they made a bad decision to dive, and they were in a tough spot here though. The fight did start out well for them with a curse on 3, and they got the Ice Blast, and they blow 2 heroes up.
Unfortunately, it was a curse on a Prophet with buyback, so he just buys back, rejoins the fight, and they had all the firepower they need to take it from there. Now S4 just in the zone, finds another pick off mid lane. Quick, easy lasso kill secured.
Oh, no. 5k goal. Are we gonna see the Aghanims back right there now?
Under attack.
Hell, he can get whatever he wants at this point.
Yep, agreed.
The Octarine rush. I know God's is a big component of the Octarine Batrider, though maybe not as his first big item after Blink Force.
What was the hero that he was talking about?
No, he's talking about Bat.
No, even before Bat.
Oh no, I mean in the car like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it was Clockwork. He was also talking about Clockwork getting during call because you have 4 active spells yesterday.
Yeah. Sure. I haven't seen it enough.
Octarine Core is like an item you cannot...
I think a lot of things sound amazing on Octarine, but it's like the straight raw firepower in the first fight from some other items makes a bigger difference.
Yeah, you cannot actually calculate how much value you actually get from the item. It just comes from feeling how much you're actually doing extra. Because if you're getting an Octarine Core on Clock instead of a Shivers, or if you're getting an Octarine Core on
or BKB or Force
on
Staff.
Batrider instead of getting an Aghanims. I think Aghanims is an item where you can actually see how much you're actually getting from the item instead of an Octarine Core on Batrider, where you actually never know how much it's doing for you.
Well, S4 is going to go classic Batrider here. Gets the BKB.
Refresher, or the Shiva Snakes, or even Aghanim Snakes. All these items.
BOTs even.
Yeah, all
straight out his boots.
all these items are just classic Batrider. You can't really deviate from those items.
The key point is he's in the luxury territory at this point. S4 is way past your bread and butter bat and into the fun part.
Bread and butter bat is Tranquil's Force and Blink Bottle and
Yeah, he's in the fun zone. They're gonna siege here. Loaded with the Aegis, also has an MKB to bevel. Valix will be the key hero.
has to be on point to cancel this lasso from Batrider.
Tough to do it though. They now complete their Aghanims on each apparition. Could be a big grab for OKC. Siege begins. Well, continues, I should say. The tower will drop now, and Alliance go in hot and heavy. Tombstone starts to drop low, can be healed up in 3 seconds. Potentially by a Soul Rip. It's not finished off yet. Trying to chip Loaded down into the critical HP threshold where they can quickly finish him off. Dagger goes on to Aki, and the insta double crit from Boogie will be enough to secure the kill. This also forces Loaded back. Alliance content with their tower, wanting to slow roll it. Or retreat. So they hand on to the Aegis. They almost got the melee racks, and Boogie completes a 34-minute Battle Fury, deciding that this game is going late or not going Stark's way at all.
The only way they win is going in the sense that he's going for late minus, like what Bulldog did 10 minutes ago.
By the way, we did not mention this, but Bulldog has Ags. He's got 2,900 gold.
Yeah.
And if this game drags on, Winter, I think we know what we're all going to see here.
So for the Dagon pickup that we were hyping.
Maybe Bulldog has decided that if you're going to go for that Arena refresher build that you want to have another activatable item that goes with it.
That would actually be next...
Maybe this was all a part of the plan, though.
It's like when you want to get a call on Last Iron, you get arcane boots. So it helps you early. So if he was actually planning to go for this build, after all, the Dagon would actually be a nice addition to his arsenal.
I still feel like he could have gotten the Midas first, though, because the Dagon did pretty much nothing.
Dude,
but
look at what
he's leveling up the
Dagon.
Dagon.
Look at what he's doing. He's trolling. Alright, sure.
There's only one BKB
I mean,
at start.
the Dagon is good versus the core Embrace, so maybe it's not exactly trolling, but he just wants to have that burst damage against the Embrace.
I mean, Nemphy doesn't have a BKB still, because he bought back. He had enough for another component. In fact, yeah, Dagon 3 now officially complete, and right. Dagon 4 online as well. Bulldog going full offense here. Jump in, they get off the lasso for S4, but quickly purged off by Nemphy. Good counter initiate. That discourage Alliance at all, or do they just keep on sieging? Lotus the man in front, he's gonna pop the BKB. Looking to zone them back, but it's a bit early as the glyph had not been used yet, so a more or less wasted BKB here. Now Loda will not have it for round 2 of the fight. He gets caught by a duel, but still holds the Aegis, so he's fairly difficult to bring down. Nemphy quickly dropping here, is gonna end up going down. Boogie's the man in front, but his own BKB is gonna wear off to commit on the Bulldog. Loda with the triple kill. It looks like Stark are getting overrun. In fact, grabs the ultra kill, the Ice Path. Trying to find Trixie, looking for the Rampage. Can they get it? Loda jumping in. Give this man his Rampage. He's earned it. He's earned it. One more auto attack. Snowball is going to deny it in the end. Trixie, you jerk. But Loda gets it anyway. Nice guy, Trixie. Alliance force out the GG, and they will take game 1.
Radiant victory.
It really was a big advantage that Stark. It felt like they had through the laning stage, but Alliance just stayed calm. They used their map control and split push to advantage Winter, and they just made the better decisions in the mid game.
This is the game where you look back at your notations, the whole game. Move 24. Dive on bottom lane when Legion is dead, double question mark.
And then 4 heroes followed up. They could have just sacked the Legion, but I think had a little too much faith in the Curse Ice Blast. And the Ice Blast was not Agg's Ice Blast yet. It wasn't actually that strong.
They had the right idea though. They were smoking in, they were showing the Legion on the lane, so the smoke wasn't obvious, but it was just that Alliance were in position much faster than Stark, the other 4 heroes of Stark, so they were able to actually take out one guy. I mean, the idea was good, but you can't really plan for everything. When shit happens, you need to improvise and get back.
Well, shit definitely happened here for Stark in game number 1. They dropped their 11th game in a row at least. Just looked at the last 10 games. Might even be more.
They did show a lot of promise though at the start. They did very well in the laning phase. They placed their lanes really well.
Yeah, like the Legion versus Bat Mid. Felt like they had a plan for S4, but they didn't have a plan for him after the laning stage.
Yeah, they needed a much more extensive plan. Apart from just planning for the
So they won't have much time, guys, to figure that plan out. But we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, Summit for Europe action continues as Alliance now leads Stark 1-0 in the best of 3.